minimum that you cannot do.
You,
But we are not
that
working.
one, Jimo Ibrahim.
Jimo Ibrahim, forget Jimo. I know Jimo Ibrahim.
Most indebted criminal in Nigeria.
It's not the one that own the Nikon insurance. It's not the one that own the Nikon insurance. That own Nikon insurance. It's Jimo Ibrahim.
Baba, this guy is the most criminal debtor in Nigeria. I have never seen bold criminal like that, Jimo Ibrahim. Okay,
let me tell you,
like,
I work with him. Let me tell you.
These criminals in Nigeria, okay, if we look at any government properties or government whatever they want to sell, right? Then he will approach bank, okay, and he will take loan in the name that he's connected, he's going to get that deal and all of that. This guy ran into tens of billions of naira's debt just taking loan that he want to go and bid for something. Then when he finally when he finally gets any of this bidded for, right, then he will now go and use them, those properties. He will now go and use them as collateral in banks again. Like Nikon Insurance, you said now, when he bought it, so he had to go back and use the old thing to borrow money again, liquidated the entire place, and
let me tell you,
bankruptcy. He wants to be, he wants to be
I work in Nikon Insurance. I began as a branch manager there during his time. I work in Nikon Insurance. I worked there for 8 years.
Right. That was under him, yeah?
Under him. In fact, he's the one who took me to Plateau State. I work under him.
So
you know what happens?
How did he end up running it aground then?
Nikon was a government agency.
I know.
Now, according to what I had, the story, I got there when he bought it. They want to buy what is called stock bought over.
Yeah.
When they want to privatize it. Understand? They want to do what is called management takeover. The staff wanted to buy the company. You know what they do? What? They undervalue the assets. Maybe let's say when the assets are supposed to be 100 billion, when they are doing the audit, they value to 1 billion naira. Unfortunately, it was not sold to them, it was sold to Jimo. When Jimo came there, the people who helped him to get the company, because they know his secret, all the guys who were there, who helped him to get the company, instead of management buy over, he sacked all of them. After sacking all of them, he said that they will not come on him, because he will not treat them fine. After sacking all of them, he now go and employ, they call them first class students who graduate, they call them BDO, some BDM, business development manager. So I started to bring these inexperienced people to come and work in Nikon. That's how Nikon crashed. Because, it is all about connection. These people, they don't have connection, they just come, they don't have experience. Even few of them that were there, he was paying these first class people he called BDM, more than the people who are professional in the system. That is how Nikon, at the time, they could not pay claim. So that's how company begin to grow down from maybe 5,000 staff, come to 1,000 staff. As I'm telling you, I don't think the whole country, they will have up to 500 staff. Nikon was one of the most, it's one of the largest financial institutions in Nigeria before. According to when it was under government, they were making billions after profit. So, not happened to the company.
They sell government properties in Nigeria. They will undervalue it.
They undervalue
it like almost like a scrap.
In fact, Nikon Hilton Hotel is part of the group before. They scrap it and send that one out again. That's Nikon Hilton Hotel. They now call it Nikon Luxury now. They are calling Nikon Oga now. Nikon Oga then was part of it's an associate of Nikon Insurance. They now break that one and sell it out. That's how they mortgage all the whole system in Nigeria. So what I'm saying that all these people, even that there was time Jimo Ibrahim contested for the governor of Ondo State, he failed.
He's been a perpetual contender. He's always want to be governor of Ondo.
They are the one who run Intercontinental Bank. They are the one who run them down during the They are the one who run all those banks down then, because all the money they borrowed, they couldn't pay it back. So Nigeria issue is so dicey. Understand? So we need a very strong leader who will want to do the will of the people to actually make the country to work. Otherwise, it continue to roll like a barber's chair. Unfortunately, those who have come to this country here, who have seen the light, they still go back and do the same thing. And unfortunately, there are people who have gone
even the worst. See,
who have run out of Nigeria.
Majority of them who lived in this country before, now in political offices in Nigeria, they are the worst. You know, I don't know if you have encountered some of them. One of them, if I have two of them, who became governor in Ogun State.
You expect them to have done better. You expect that they have done better than the people that they left at home. They should have done better because they have seen the light when they came to this side. They could have done better, but they now do worse.
They are worse. You know what I mean? I just showed to you there now this graph that showed that in the southwest of Nigeria, Yoruba land, the children, over 83% of children in Ogun State actually are living in multi-dimensional poverty because we are so unfortunate to have 3 rogues in a quick succession. Benga Daniel, Ibikunle Amosun, as well as now the dubious Dapo. These are people who have lived abroad before. Dapo was a jailer, you know, a credit card fraudster in Miami, Florida. He lived there. He's the governor in Ogun State right now. Go and see the place.
You know. See, there was time I was speaking with somebody before the election, understand? And after the election of 2023, do you see? Remember that there are many people in the UK here, just as we normally see, that are still praising what is happening in Nigeria, but they to go back to Nigeria.
See, when do you think I came by? I mean, sorry, why do you think I came by with the Abroadian Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, and the rest of them? These are people who left Nigeria, but Nigeria didn't leave them.
But Nigeria never left them, yes.
But they exist. You're right. Patriotic Nigerians from abroad. Those are the patriotic Nigerians and abroad. They'll tell you.
But they cannot go. They cannot go back home.
Yeah,
they cannot go back home.
They can't.
You see, the religious issue in Nigeria, pray. It's not everything you prayed for, but that's what they refuse. Even the Bible makes you to understand that the faith without work is dead.
That's right.
Understand? So as you pray, there's a time for prayer and there's a time for you to take action. When they were building the Tower of Babel, they hold their weapon and they were building it. Understand? So what some people don't understand, it's not everything that requires prayer. Even another set of people who have made Nigeria to become poor is some of the religious leaders, some of them. I was talking to somebody last week. I said, how can a church build a school and a member cannot attend it? That's advanced slavery.
They didn't tell you that but they give charity now. They give 1 or 2 of their members a children's scholarship. Why?
So these are some of the living. Just as I said earlier, that and you also blame 80% of people because most of them, if you don't know the original, you cannot differentiate the bad. No. Now most people have not actually gone out. If you have not ever lived in a country, maybe I have not traveled.
The system works. No, you're right. I have told myself that too, sometimes, right? I told myself something like that. I said, a lot of us are reacting because we have seen the 2 sides of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can easily tell that this is good, this is not so good. But majority of our people back in that place, when I say majority, I mean majority. Look at me,
yes.
Baba. Until the day I carry my bag, where I enter plane, landed in London and here in Glasgow and all of that stuff, I have never left Nigeria, ever. Not even to Ghana or Togo. Here you get. So, yes. Which means there are like millions like that who believes that whatever they are going through in Nigeria is the same all over the world. So if there's no electricity, there are other places in the world that are no electricity too. If the politicians are corrupt, other politicians are corrupt too. If the roads are bad, there are bad roads there too. So to them, they can't imagine that there is actually something that really works than what they were born into. And I quite agree with you.
I was speaking with somebody last week. They took light. We couldn't see on video again. I say Nigeria, when are we going to do something better? And I told the guy, I said, since I'm here over 2 years now, light has never blinked, talking of going off. He said, what do you mean? I said, light has never blinked one day. Talking of the light going off one day. Because most of this thing, the ray and they were connected to light. So you want to keep people, you cannot just take light like that.
No.
So it's sort of something that unrealistic.
See, there was a time, yeah, I did drive for road. I mean, when I did drive, right, I usually go live on my Facebook, okay? So one day, I think I had a very long drive, and it was like driving through the town, driving through everywhere like that, right? And I think somebody who has been sitting there and watching couldn't take it anymore. And he just had to comment, and he was like, I mean, all these cars, why do people leave all their cars on the road? What about when people start stealing their car stereos and all of that? I was like, I look at the comment, and it was like, "See, cars are safe." Like he said, I've been seeing that all people left their cars on the road. I did not afraid that they will break into it and steal their car stereo. I was like, Baba, if you can't steal the car stereo, for example, let's say you live in Nigeria now, you come UK, you can't steal car stereo. You won't last, so they will catch you. But can't imagine, say, they can't catch you. They say, what do they do for you? They say, they still cast stereo. Who you want sell them to? I said, like, what will even motivate you to now look at a car and say you want to take the car stereo or you want to steal something? I said, people break into cars. Oh, that's why we are advised. Don't leave a bag in your car. A junkie may be passing and break into it and take your bag. But for somebody to just say because cars are parked on the road and it's at night, you won't go there break out. Yeah. But to that person, right, he couldn't imagine it. All these fine cars. Why did everybody leave their cars for road? That was what he said. I did not afraid that people will break into it and steal their car stereo. For where he's been living, if they don't steal car mirror, they are stealing car disc, stealing car stereo, doing that, or removing tire. Sure, you get. So you can't imagine that. I'm gonna see car here. Oh. See how many, somebody from that environment will be thinking that if I enter this country, I go become millionaire. All these Oyibo people know I go to just the steal car stereo. I was like, no, when you get here, you realize that car stereo is your least worry. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It is the least of your worry. Because there are other better things you want to actually do. And you will realize that you not only that you are seeing yourself as somebody who doesn't have to care about car stereo, like you're actually going to see yourself as somebody that can actually own a car without having to lick anybody's asses or trying to be a slave to anybody. So you are so right, Baba. People, culture, is it called culture? I mean, culture shock.
Yeah, because it's cultural shock.
Sure, you get.
And yes, I did it in international business management. That cultural shock.
The cultural shock. Yeah. Well, it'd be like, oh, more. We don't do it in where I come from. But it's all normal thing. And you're like,
well, it's very unfortunate. You see, most people that are, many people are coming to abroad, they have spent 20, 30 years, they want to go back home. Understand? To relax, to spend the rest of their year. But they cannot go back home because of all this, most of this, particularly this issue of insecurity. It's very painful. As a Nigerian, that I want to travel home, I'm not free to move in my father's land. While I'm here, I'm moving up and down, I'm free, but I cannot move. It's very painful. Very, very painful.
Say that there's no place like home. Is that home?
I was maybe I need to listen to Wiki yesterday or the first day that this I don't know where state they say one young man bought from FCDA. Now he came. Now he's trying to cancel the agreement that it is a fake purchase.
So they bought it when there was no minister. Like, are you being serious? You've got an entire ministry dealing with all of this. Whether you are,
I don't know that. Is the people not genuine from the office?
I was expecting him to say the paper is not genuine. No, it wasn't signed. No, it wasn't saying that. It just make up different. It's unfortunate.
As far as somebody signed it from that office, either it's the director, it's a minister, it is in that the person has followed due diligence to get that thing purchased. So if there is any problem, deal with your internal staff. Not put people's investment into risk.
Jeopardy. They are doing another thing to another guy now in Lagos. They call it a skyline or something. They want to build this coastal line. There's this skylight on a skyline or so. Another investor who actually bought this expanse of land for another estate project and some other projects too there, so massive. I'm talking about a place that like about 11 kilometers. Now they are interested. How did he get that? Imagine having a land that is like 11 kilometers long. Just imagine that, Baba. I don't know how many hectares right now, right? But it was something that was done. Everything sorted, everything agreed on, document paper signed, the project kicked off. Then Umahi came. They want to do coastal road. And they are going to take about 4 kilometers of that land.
You compensated the person. In fact, about call him.
No, not Nigeria.
If he agrees, he has option to agree, he has option not to agree. If you agree, you compensate him. As a government, you compensate him. So that's how things are done.
Okay, for this. You know another thing that somebody said, they said, even the part where the guy is, right, the coastal road they want to build was redesigned to go through that. He's not the only person, it's just the one with the largest land there. That's why they are using him as reference point, okay? There are other people there too who have all their lands that is going to be affected and all of that stuff. But like you said, it's been taken as, you know, is in it for the national development and all of that. So yeah, it's gone. But what people are saying is they do not actually have any plan of constructing any coastal road. That. So they do not. So at the end of the day, you see those ones they are claiming, they will give them to other people. Later they will come back and tell you, oh, originally said the coastal road no pass there. But since government don't claim them, it's now government land. That is causing another problem right now in Lagos. Abuja.
Lagos. No. The major problem we're having is just as you say, the institutions in Nigeria are not working. Where are the judiciary in all this?
Nowhere.
Because if you take them to court, they win you.
Here you get.
Because they control the system. See, I think it was what they call it, the wife of Bill Clinton. When he was the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, when he came to one of these African countries for a function, he said the problem of Africa is that the institutions are weak, the individuals are stronger than the institution. Until that thing is corrected, that Africans are not moving forward. Imagine what a weak stronger than the institution itself.
Can you imagine?
When there's a weak institution, understand, people are about to suffer. People will not use the advantage and do anyhow. And that's why I say kudos to Senegal people and their institution who stood tall in the lesson that just took place. If we can have an institution in Nigeria that can stand like that, all these abnormalities.
That's why I don't like it when people generalize. You know, when they say all these Nigerians, I'm like, please, now, can you please let's be fair, all right? People who are standing.
People actually rejected APC in the last election. You know, Nigeria
seriously everywhere.
It is Mahmoud and the INEC with the judiciary that legalize this suffering that is happening in Nigeria now. And it's unfortunate that Mahmoud is still the head of INEC today.
You get him, and he will be the head even in 2027. Let those who are looking for their PVC remember that. Shall go on, Baba.
Finally, let me just appreciate you again. Keep soaring high, and we will get one day. I just pray that things will change. As people are hearing,
you get that now. You see, when a lot of people are more aware, and they are not just only aware, they are also passing the awareness along. Look at somebody like yourself, right? And so many other people on this platform who calls in to sort of elaborate, open up a conversation through another perspective and all that. These are coming from the position of people being aware. You are very much aware what's going on. That person is very much aware. And that awareness is what we need to really spread and run deep. Once the awareness runs deep, we will get there, I believe. Thank you so much. You are
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good one, Baba. All right? Yes, sir. That's Daisy from Edinburgh. Is that from Edinburgh? I was going to ask him, but now I can't. Anyway, thank you so much. He is my neighbor here in Scotland, and I saw a video yesterday, okay? And it was about some people who are the victims of kidnapping. So as the kidnappers took some passengers, and people were calling on the police, and all of that. So what happened? The police came And the police said they were scared. We are scared to follow the marshal.
I play back there for now. And I'm going to police guy by him off here. The police there for now. I know you with me with the gun. Whatever with them. I'm not going home. They made him in Nigeria. See the police people Sam. It is the commander. You can't enter bush. Come and see. Police back there for now. Police are here. They can't enter bush. They are here telling me they can't go anywhere. See them here. See police people. See them. All of them one by one. Come on, 15. Sam. Sam, see name. Yeah, but the police not tell about. They kidnap somebody now from my uncle. They kidnap now. They can't go and look for my brother. They say they can't go that bush. Sam, see them. Look them one by one. Sam, look them one by one. They can't go and get my brother. They say they don't say that bush. They are afraid. They say that they are afraid.
Police is afraid to enter bush. Who enter bush? Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
How are you, sir?
Hello. I'm fine, sir. My name is Friday, and I'm calling from Andorra. Yes.
Friday from Andorra.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Friday. I saw that number and I'm
this
like, is that a phone number or just like an extension number? I'm like, that's unique.
No, it's a phone number.
It is.
It's a phone number. Yeah, it's a phone number.
Thank you very much, Friday. It is your first time, I believe, is it?
No, it's my second time. The first time I called was when we were making a contribution for Oloye Sunday Igboho. Oh, so that was my first time.
God bless you.
So
I will remember now if I'm lucky next time. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, the thing is that I've been trying to get you all this while, but I'm a kind of person since I came to Europe, I realized that I don't need to stress myself for nothing anymore. So sometimes I will call you, and if I call you, sometimes 20 missed call, I will like, no, let me wait for some other time because
for another time.
Life is not, when you come to Europe, life is not all about stress anymore. It's just like
you get I'm like, you begin to feel like it's not that hard. You know, you see something, you be like, I can get that. You see some other things, you be like, I can't get that, so I'll leave them for now.
Yeah.
There's no stress, Baba.
There's no stress because when I want to get to you and people are just calling, I just believe one day I will get through. I'll just take it that. So yes. So I prefer listening to you than even making calls. I listen to people and share different ideas. There is nothing I want to say that nobody has said it. Everybody says different thing and everything goes to the same place. So, but the only thing sometimes I want to make my point, and because the call is not coming, I will like bust it up. So, but the two things I want to put out today is that I want to ask ourselves, like, bro, who are we as human beings? Most especially the Nigerian people. Taniwa, who are we as human beings? Are we human beings or we are just, so, every time your program, you say, if you pay attention. You see this word, if you pay attention, you say every time. I divert that pay attention to my private life also. To my private life, I like. It's true. When you pay attention to things around you, you get too many things. So I come to realize who I am, what I can do, what I cannot do, because I start paying attention to myself.
See?
You get. So, and I follow Nigeria up. The way you talk, I follow up. I start paying attention to Nigeria, the issue of Nigerians. I realize that, bro, I can't conclude who we are. Who are we?
It's still a very difficult question to be answered because the system itself, right, continue to treat us. Like, Baba, you won't treat something you love the way these guys are treating Nigeria and Nigerians. You know that?
But my good, the worst thing is that for me now, will be telling people the real things of life, but they will be arguing with me. Like, your own dog good, Jare, leave us alone, Jare. It's like, then I start asking myself, who are we? Are we human beings at all? Because when we come to this Western world, and most of the thing you say is that some people left Nigeria, but Nigeria did not leave them.
Absolutely.
No reasonable person will come to this Western world that will not. It's like the apple that the Bible said that Eve ate the apple and the eyes was open. There is no how you come to Europe, Western world, that your eye will not be open.
tell you, it's the moment of reality, moment of truth.
Yeah.
You know, it's a place where,
you,
before you leave Nigeria, you're like, man, once I get there, if you're going for for example, those who are going for studies, right? I mean, when I get there, I'm just going to try and face my studies and make sure that I quickly have, find a job and all of that. You don't plan them like that. So once I found a job, I'll come back to Nigeria maybe once in a year. Then after that, I'm going to build my wealth. Then I'm going to start this and that in Nigeria so that I can be coming in another 10, 15 years. All this plan, when you enter the Europe, finally, the moment of truth. And like you said, if you pay attention to what is going on around you, then you start realizing that, it's actually not going to be that easy. For example, I won't go through all of this here and then go and then just blow it up in a place where I could be, my life could be snuffed out of me. So people are beginning to see that life is more than just that, that enthusiasm. And I'm glad yours is showing that sometimes, it's great to actually listen, Friday.
Baba, look, when I was in Nigeria, I won't lie to you. I never knew how to read and write. I swear my life. I don't know how to read and write. I was a pure Olodo. And when I came to this Western world, that fear came to me like, then I landed in a Spanish country, a country that don't speak English. Then I asked myself, what next, Friday? Then I realized that there is one thing they always say, traveling is part of education. Friday, sit down and learn. Then I sat down. Baba, today I can read Spanish, I can write Spanish, I can speak English, I can write English. Then I come to a conclusion that what
Friday.
Yes, yeah. And I said, what went wrong with me in Nigeria? Why me? You understand? So sometimes if I'm in the class, like I play football, so I stop football. I decide to go for a referee. So before you get that referee, you have to go for the course. So sometimes I find myself in the class doing exam with Spanish. I would like
reading Spanish, like reading, writing, and answering questions in Spanish, man. See,
so these are the
before I left Nigeria, I can't brag.
Baba,
you see that way you just take brag right now, Baba. If I get up, and like this, I go to work. Because someone they speak English and they speak Spanish. And then easy. You know what I'm saying, Baba?
Oh no.
I go to work and go no. If you say something I was speaking in Spanish. Now you go there say, what did he say? And I've just been man, I'm proud of you, Baba. I'm proud to actually know you too. Okay, but continue, Baba.
So that's what I'm saying. When I started paying attention to my life and everything around Nigeria, I realized that Nigeria will destroy. So when I'm talking to my friends,
Nigeria if we look at how many years Nigeria stolen from us.
So when I'm talking to my friends now, they look like because you are in the Western world, then I felt because look, Baba, on December, I was on the table with my friends, food everywhere. It got to a point I couldn't eat. I was shedding tears. Why? I was looking at myself because, like, I
have that chance of leaving this place. I could just be like, friends here.
So I was like, I'm a kind of person. I'm not good when people around me are not good. I'm not okay.
Like you can never be happy while you see the people around you actually like, I get it.
Exactly. So what I did with one of my friends this December is that I said, guy, let's just make some seasons business. Like we bought some growers, some chicken.
Right.
To grow and sell December. Did you know, Baba?
What happened?
We bought 200.
Okay.
We grew them. We did not sell 50. In December, we did not sell 50. 50, we didn't sell it.
Why?
Those, because nobody buy. They said no money. No money.
You know, I've said it many times on this platform too, that the problem in Nigeria is not that there is no food, but the affordability.
No money.
Bring money and say, okay, I want to buy, give me one Congo of Gary is the problem.
Yes. So I was like, and those chicken, they are still with my friend now.
Wow.
And the more they are consuming,
You have to
Yeah,
give
more
villagers.
expensive.